I don't understand why this camera doesn't flip it back. Anyways, hi guys. I want to make a little kind of reaction-y video thing. I just watched the Doctor Who finale and kind of slash a little rant about Doctor Who in general and things related to it. So like, I was talking to my friend earlier and like, I was talking to Chelsea earlier and like, I was like, ooh, I'm looking at myself when I film this. Okay, sorry. And I was just thinking like about how recently it's grown, Doctor Who's grown, and especially like definitely Tumblr's been an influence of this. Like I know a lot of people only started watching Doctor Who or heard of it through Tumblr. Like they never knew about it before, ever before Tumblr. And I came to the site because my friend who knew I liked Doctor Who said, oh, there's a lot of people who like Doctor Who that are on Tumblr. I went to Tumblr because I knew Doctor Who. Unlike a lot of people who went to Tumblr for I don't know why, they found Tumblr, whatever. And then they were like, oh, what's the Doctor Who thing? Like, okay, that's fine if you found it through Tumblr. But if you watch the show or even don't, I don't know, just like now I have to defend the show because yes, recently I have not been liking it the most. For example, this last episode I kind of got really upset in the beginning when the Doctor got upset. I don't even know why. I was like, wait, is Matt regenerating? Because I saw some spoilers. I'm gonna spoil stuff, whatever. But I saw the John Hurt as the Doctor thing, and I was like, what is Matt regenerating at the end of this episode? Blah, blah, blah. And then like the whole timeline thing, and like you can't just jump into the freaking past. Like, basically, you literally ruined all the history of Doctor Who in a second by, like, putting these freaking characters in there. Are you saying that every single villain has been this great intelligence now? Like, I don't even know. There's so many freaking loopholes. That is not the point of this video. Well, I guess it kind of is. But what I really want to say is that the show, it's been a really good show, and to be honest, I really haven't watched that much Classic Who. I've watched the very first, like, episode, which is like 6 parts or whatever, from the first Doctor, and like the Dalek one, and we had like that box set. I've watched a bunch of different Tom Baker ones. I've seen 1 or 2 Peter Davison ones. I saw a 6th one, and I saw the 8 movie. So I really need to go back and watch it. And like, what's her name? The girl who goes by Ace, whatever, isn't that the 6th Doctor in the 80s? Like, she looks really cool, and I really want to watch that. But yeah. And like I watched some of the ones with Sarah Jane and stuff, and that was really cool. And like the first Sontaran one, and like where the Doctor is in like with Davros and stuff, Tom Baker Doctor, and he's like, can I do this? And like, I don't remember. But anyways, like this show has literally been on for 50 years. And I'm not saying, oh, you're not really a fan if you just found it, because I know that's a huge argument. Don't even start with that thing. Like, you can be a real fan and you just found it. Yes, you can. But the people who are really loud and obnoxious about it in the wrong ways kind of piss me off. And I know they're probably younger and they'll mature and be like, wow, that was embarrassing because I have done some embarrassing things. I've said some really embarrassing things 2 years ago when I was talking to people who worked at BBC in front of cameras. Luckily that was aired nowhere, but Jesus Christ, that would have been horrible. Like, if you've just said bad things online. I've said bad things. I mean, yes, online is everywhere, whatever. I said bad things to people who worked for the BBC America. So, yeah. But I hate that I have to defend the show now. And I know I just said that too. But, like, people now, okay, a few years ago when I would say I watched Doctor Who, I started watching it when I was 12, after we came back from the UK. My dad watched it as a kid in the 70s with Tom Baker. It was just after this Christmas episode aired, I think, or like right around then. Like, we saw episode of the first series, Christopher Eccleston, and then we saw episode, I saw the Christmas episode, and then I started watching them in order from the second series, and then went back and watched the first series and the second series again, and then I watched the third series as it aired in 2008, so I was in, no, 2007, so I was in 8th grade, and, this is like detailed history. I watched Blink when it first came out at, like, it was dark out. It was like midnight or whatever. I was staying up on the computer. I had a desktop at that time, whatever, in my room, and I watched that for the first time. I grew up from 12 to 16, and David regenerated, and I was watching him for like 3 years, whatever. At that point, I lived through that, and Matt, and then this growth that's recently happened in America. And I'm I sound really ranty and complaining about this now, but there's people who are probably like who were classic Who fans, and I know people who like were classic Who fans dissed on the new Who, especially in the UK. That was a big thing that kind of happened with some older fans. But everyone knew about Doctor Who then. I mean, it definitely exploded even more in the UK in 2005. Sorry, I had to burp, but whatever. And then Classic Who, and then Doctor Who, New Who happened, and then so like people who might have been fans back when my dad was a fan, he wasn't a huge fan, but he definitely was, and his brother I think is definitely the more of the fan because he kept up with it before my dad really started keeping up with it recently again, and yeah, I can't even imagine being like 40 and literally like a show that's been with you since you were a kid finally breaking like the country, like America. That's like insane, and but yeah, like, before when I'd say Doctor Who, people wouldn't know what it was, and I'd kind of try to explain it, and it would sound a bit odd, but it would sound like, oh, that sounds interesting, whatever. Now, people automatically, a lot of people shut me down, like, oh, you must be a freaking annoying Tumblr fangirl. No, that doesn't mean anything, just, oh, stop, like, saying that. And, like, some people are like, oh, I hate Doctor Who, and they never even watched the episode, or maybe watched one or two, but that's not, like, you can't judge a whole show. I don't think you can judge a whole show by the very first 2 episodes as it's just going to get going. And the storylines were so good before, like, Moffat decided to destroy everything. The 5th season was really good still, the first one with Moffat, but, like, it used to have such good meanings and messages, and I don't know about as much in Classic Who, but there definitely was some messages that were, like, good and stuff. And it's just, like, a big part of me, and I hate that people are shutting me down kind of now, and I have to really, like, I really literally almost I get kind of angry at them. It's not their. I mean, it's not exactly their fault. It's kind of the people who are obnoxious can ruin it for and all. Just like that happens with a lot of different any kind of thing. The obnoxious people can ruin things for everything, or the bad people, whatever. Like bad people in your school can make some new rule be applied that maybe only like 5 people did, but they were really loud about it, so that happened. So maybe not the majority of Tumblr fangirls are annoying, because definitely I'm still fangirling in a lot of different ways, and being a fangirl in general is not bad, but the people who ruin it for us all, it just sucks. And I don't even know anyone personally, I just know, like, the Tumblr culture or whatever, and it just, like, I can't even, I'm trying to explain this, if anybody knows what I mean, like, anyone else who's been an American Whovian for longer than, since the, like, BBC America really got a better PR and, marketing team and all that, like, anyone who's watched it before, kind of, I guess, before Matt became the Doctor, because that's when it really started to, like, amp up in America, but, because that's when they were able to come over here and all that, more, but, like, my heart is beating faster, just, like, I'm getting really upset, because this show means so much to me, and it sounds really cliche and stupid, but, like, it really does, and it's more than just a sci-fi show, because it has good messages, and my mom, who doesn't like that much sci-fi, like, it's, like, it was a big part of my family, guys, and, like, we all used to watch together, and we still mostly do. My sister gave up on it, after halfway through season 6, I have the TV on if you see flashing, I don't even know, but it's just, no, okay, I don't even know how to end this right now, but I just want to say that Doctor Who is not a stupid show for little fangirls. It's a smart show, and it's been a smart show until recently. It's not been as smart as its standards as it should be. And I just want people to know that, and don't make fun of me because I like Doctor Who, because it's really been an important part of my life, and I don't want... I don't like the fact that I have to defend myself now, so sorry if I'm really freaking pretentious in this, and sorry this is 10 minutes long, and I might try to edit it, I don't know, and I might not even upload it, we will see, but, it's just a good show, and don't say Doctor Who is stupid to my face, it really gets me upset, and stuff, and I don't even know what I'm saying anymore, but if any other Americans know what I mean about this, and I am happy that it has grown in America, like, I love seeing stuff around, and I do like the fact that people know what it is, like, have heard of it now, but I just don't like the reaction I get, and I wish that wasn't the case. So I guess that's the point I'm trying to make. And also the finale could have been better, but it was, but I don't know, it was mediocre, but not horrible. So that's what I'll say. And I hate River, and I really hope this is the end of River. Okay, guys, bye.